Next, we move on to classify the real matrices. That is the matrix in which each element is a real number. So let us see how we can classify it into different categories. Okay. But it is not necessary that any real matrix will fall into any of these categories. It may lie outside any of these categories. That is, it may not be a part of any of these categories. Now we classify them into three categories. First one is symmetric matrix. Symmetric matrix means when transpose is equals to original matrix, then it will be called as symmetric matrix. For this to happen, the elements that are lying above the diagonal must be same as that of below. Let me take an example. Suppose we have a matrix whose elements are 1, 2, 2, 3. Here the diagonal elements are 1 and 3. Above the diagonal there is a 2, and below the diagonal you can see above and below both are same, that is 2. So after transpose, this column will transform into row. Okay, so it will become 1, 2, and this column will also transform into row. So it will become 2, 3. You can see the transpose is same as the original matrix 1, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 3. So A transpose is equals to A. That means this matrix is a symmetric matrix. It is an example of symmetric matrix. Next we define another term, that is skew symmetric matrix. For skew symmetric, if A transpose equals to minus A. Suppose we have a matrix whose elements are 0, 2, minus 2, 0. If you take the transpose, this column will transform into row. So it will become 0, minus 2, and this column will transform into row. So it will become 2, 0. So you can clearly see it is equals to minus of A. This is a A matrix and this is minus A. So this is the example of skew symmetric matrix. And for this to happen, the diagonal elements must be 0. Here you can see the diagonal elements are 0. Okay. And for any of these to be true, the necessary condition is the matrix must be a square matrix. Why? Because suppose we have a matrix whose order is m cross n. If you take the transpose, its order will get reversed. So it will become n cross m. But for symmetric matrix, we know that A transpose is equals to A. That means the order of the A transpose and A must also be same. So n cross m must be equal to m cross n, because the order of original matrix was m cross n. And this can only be true if m is equals to n. And we know that when m is equals to n, that means if the order is equals to column, then the matrix is called as square matrix. Okay. So the symmetric properties and skew symmetric properties are valid for square matrix. Okay. Now what are some matrices which are essentially symmetric? Let me take A plus A transpose upon 2. If you take whole transpose, then we know the property that A plus B whole transpose is equals to A transpose plus B transpose. By using this property, I can expand this. You will get A transpose plus A transpose whole transpose divided by 2. So we will get A transpose, and A double transpose is equals to original matrix, that is A upon 2. So I can rearrange this. I can write it as A plus A transpose upon 2. So we are getting the same matrix again after taking the transpose. Hence A plus A transpose upon 2 is a symmetric matrix. Okay. What about A into A transpose? Let me check. If you take the whole transpose, then we know the property that AB transpose is equals to B transpose A transpose. Here the order will get reversed. So let me assume first one is A matrix and the second one is B matrix. So by using this property, I can expand A double transpose into A transpose. Okay, order is getting reversed. Again, we know that A double transpose equals to A and A transpose is A transpose. So again, we are getting the same matrix after taking the transpose. A into A transpose, here also A into A transpose. Hence, A into A transpose is also a symmetric matrix. What about skew symmetric? Let me take A minus A transpose upon 2. If you take the whole transpose, then expand, then it will become A transpose minus A double transpose upon 2. If you further expand, you will get A transpose minus A upon 2. A double transpose is equals to A. So I can write it as minus of A minus A transpose upon 2. I am taking minus common. Okay. So you can clearly see we are getting the negative of original matrix. So it is a skew symmetric matrix. It means A minus A transpose upon 2 is a skew symmetric matrix and A plus A transpose upon 2 is a symmetric matrix. Okay. The third categorization that we do is known as orthogonal matrix. Now orthogonality is a term that is commonly associated with the vectors. Two vectors are said to be orthogonal if they are perpendicular to each other. Now since matrix is an ordered set of numbers, it is also known as vector. Why? Because any vector has a components. Those components are nothing but the numbers. A matrix is also an ordered set of number. So it is also called as vector. Now any matrix is said to be orthogonal if it satisfies the following condition. That is if it satisfies A into A transpose is equals to identity matrix. Now here I is a identity matrix. Now suppose order of A matrix is M cross N. So we are multiplying A into A transpose. So it will be M cross N multiply with order of A transpose will be opposite, that is N cross M. So we will get resultant matrix, that is M cross M. Okay. So the order of this identity matrix will be M cross M. Okay. Now let me derive an important condition for orthogonal matrix, that is we just saw that A into A transpose is equals to identity matrix. Now if you multiply A inverse on both the sides, so what you will get? We have already seen that A inverse into A is nothing but identity matrix into A transpose is equals to, now any matrix multiplied with identity matrix is again the same matrix, that is A inverse. A inverse into identity matrix is A inverse. We can see like that 5 into 1 is 5, 2 into 1 is 2. Okay. Any number multiplied with 1 is same number. Okay. So we can treat identity matrix as 1. Now again identity matrix into A transpose is nothing but A transpose. So A transpose is equals to A inverse. So this is the very important property of a orthogonal matrix. That is, if A is an orthogonal matrix, then calculating A inverse is very easy. How? Just you have to take transpose. Then you will get the A inverse. Generally finding A inverse is a long process. But if it is already known that A matrix is an orthogonal, so for calculating A inverse, you just have to take transpose to calculate the A inverse. Okay. Now we can categorize or we can represent any matrix as sum of symmetric and the skew symmetric matrix. What I want to say is, suppose we have a matrix A. So I can represent A as sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. I can write A as A plus A transpose upon 2 plus A minus A transpose upon 2. Here A plus A transpose upon 2 is symmetric and A minus A transpose upon 2 is a skew symmetric matrix. Okay. By math also you can see A transpose by 2 will get cancelled with minus A transpose by 2. Again A by 2 plus A by 2 you will get A. Okay.